This is Good Morning Uganda.
Good morning and thank you so much for being with us on UBC TV. Welcome to the agenda. I'm Ruba Chirabo Nyonitono, in case you have just joined. But a humble reminder, we are always here from 6:30 till the hour of 9 with an extension. That is Good Morning Uganda Extra. Now, today we talk about technology. Many times you've heard people say we shifted from analog. People say the world has become a global village due to technology, and many of us, every day, we rely on technology to have something to take back home. Many people are doing business using technology, but how good are you, and what are the new modalities and challenges that are coming up? So this morning, we're going to be looking at digital transformation and adoption. How have we transformed over a time, and how are we adopting to these changes? I'm Robert Chirabo. Thank you so much for being with us. And I am not alone to discuss this. I have a gentleman and a lady with me on set with whom we are going to be discussing this and more. Now, join me, welcome Nkuru Nunji Gideon, who happens to be the CEO, the ICT Association of Uganda. You're most welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator.
And just next to me, I have Madam Patricia Namakura, Membership and Operations Manager, still at the same organization. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, sir.
Now, even before I go any further, for my viewer to better understand who I have and what they do, I'm so much eager to know, when you talk about the ICT Association of Uganda, what do you do? What is this association all about?
Thank you very much, sir. Good morning, viewers. My name is Gideon Kurununji, the new CEO of the ICT Association of Uganda. The ICT Association of Uganda is a pivotal member-based association. It is also non-for-profit, I must say. But we seek to advance the ICT sector in Uganda through bridging the digital divide. We are not just an association that has members that are policymakers, that are IT professionals, but also we comprise of researchers. Those are people in academia. The ICT of Uganda seeks to bridge the digital divide, and we do it through pioneering strategies. We also do initiatives and offer a platform for our members. That dynamic platform is where innovative ideas are exchanged, and as the innovative ideas are exchanged, we happen to see a lot of practical strategies that are relayed through projects, through research, and through policies that are already coming now to the public sector. So through all this, we come up with ways we can advance and redefine the digital landscape in Uganda. Thank you very much.
Now I move to Namakula. Having known about the association, we'll talk about digital transformation. Help us understand what is this and its significance in the technological landscape of this country.
Thank you very much. When we talk digital transformation, we are looking at the migration of sectors, companies, organizations from the analog way of doing business to the digital way of doing business. And as a nation, we've seen that there has been a move to go digital from 20% to now 40%, where we see that there's been an uptake of technology within the sector. So this shows that though being a third world country, there is great strides that are being made to see that as a nation, as an economy, we move from the traditional way of doing things and move with the current trends, because the world is going digital. We are in a digital economy and digital era. Thank you.
Now, you've rightly told us that that is where the world is heading to. But let's look at the key components here when you talk about digital transformation. Gideon.
Yeah, so I would like to start the conversation about digital transformation through the digital transformation roadmap. I have voted myself a preacher on the digital transformation roadmap after I read the great document that is housed by the Minister of ICT. I want to say a great respect to the proponents and the people who developed that digital transformation roadmap. Why would I say that? Number one, it has roadmap enablers to how it's going to unite what they call the Digital Uganda vision and all the sectors in Uganda. For example, URA already has an open API whereby people can integrate and have invoices generated using IFRIS. URSB is heading there. Now, that is how I can start the digital transformation conversation. But I want to shock you that I feel the private sector is not ready yet. Yet the government seems, and the government agencies seem to have reaccelerated their digital transformation. They have already proven. And when you see the roadmap, it says by 2027, government is going to be totally E. We have seen it happen with URA. URSB is totally E. Other agencies are going to be like that. The whole government is going to be E. Is the private sector going to be E totally? Hence the relevance of us discussing digital transformation and its adoption. Yes, sir.
Now, when you talk about its adoption, this is where I'm concerned. Yes, government, NITAU is doing so much when you look into this direction, but just like you said, there is slow adaptation. Now, how do we increase the space? And I first want to bring in here Namakula, because you find that for government, most of the times, their clients may have no option. If you're in business, IFRIS is the way to go. You fail, you get penalties. If you want to acquire a passport, you know, and you have to do these things over online, you know, if you go, most of these is you have no alternative. But when it comes to the private sector, if you're taking me into computer, there's someone else who is saying, no, just come to, my boys will do everything for you. So how do we merge? How do we push in that direction?
Yes, I think the first step is to create awareness, but then also we cannot force a society that is not digitally able to move, to go digital. So there is a skills gap, I think, within the population, and government has to be strategic. How does it drive adoption within society? First of all, by creating awareness. Why is it advantageous that we go digital? You know, what are the advantages of adopting, you know, being online? I mean, it has a lot of advantages. There are economic advantages. The sector itself, I mean, benefits, you know, when there are more jobs created online, even competitiveness. We can compete with other regions because, I mean, right now you can work for a company in the US, for a company in Kenya, because you're online. So if the public is convinced on the benefits of going digital, and then they are supported in terms of skilling, I think that we can do a good job in driving adoption.
Yes, you have to supplement.
Yes, as an association, we stand in that place where we want to bridge that divide, because we understand unemployment rates are high. Over 700,000 Ugandans join the unemployed job space every year. They graduate. Over 700,000 Ugandans. Actually, the numbers have grown up. We need to decentralize the digital transformation roadmap to organizations. Currently, if you visit a government now, it's mandated, as you're saying. If you don't want to trade with URA, if you want to trade, have IFRIS. Now, even us in the private sector, we need to unite, come together, ask ourselves questions. Can we go totally E? Can we go paperless? And say, it's not possible, it could be possible. We decentralize the digital transformation roadmap. That could be the first step. But the second step is, in the decentralizing, we examine, number one, every organization currently has a business strategy. It has a marketing strategy, communication strategy, a differentiation strategy. They have a pricing strategy. They have an operation strategy. They have a human resource manager's strategy, a human resource strategy. So you have various strategies. Usually there are 5. But over the last 2 years, a new strategy has been advised to be offered. That is the digital transformation strategy. We want to advise the private sector that every company needs to adopt a digital transformation strategy. My question to all the viewers and to you, sir, is don't you think if every organization has a digital transformation strategy with the same emphasis they give to marketing strategy, we can end up having a really transformed sector and a really adopting statistics going higher?
That said, yes, we could say so. But let's look at, when we talk about ICT transformation, now we are speaking to the private sector, because you said government is doing fairly. Namakula, what are the benefits there? One, in private sector, we look at maximization of profits. If I have my business, certain things are an additional cost and have an implication on my profits, unless I'm very sure that they're going to make more profits. So a business person, if I've been doing away with certain things and I'm making money, I need to understand that if I'm adding them in my business, I'm going to make more profits. I'm not like government that is not so much into profit. Yes.
Yes, I think that for businesses, they need to appreciate the advantage that technology adds to, the ease of doing business when you apply technology. For instance, if you are a farm, maybe in production, and then you automate most of your systems, and you have a website, it does give you a competitive advantage. So, but for them to appreciate that when you use technology, it will allow you, actually you will even reduce on your workforce, because right now we see that with AI, where people are able to do so many things, that are supportive in running businesses. You find that if people can appreciate, especially in the private sector, if they can appreciate that technology is here to ease doing business and even to give you a competitive advantage. And that's why, as an association, we are engaging UMA, Uganda Manufacturers Association, because we know that they have so many businesses, but they are still analog. And if they are to adopt ICTs, that would support even production, more production, but then also pushing us to the world out there to have made in Uganda at the global market. That can only be possible with the use of technology.
Yes, I see you're eager to supplement.
Yes, I am eager to supplement because as you recognize the digital transformation strategy is to increase the government. The ministry says that they want to, I will get you statistic data, but they want to increase the access to data by 90% actually. Everything is showing 90%. They show roadmap enablers. If we are saying that there is a cost to innovation, then we shouldn't do business. Because we do business because we have researched problems. So as an association, we work with researchers, which researchers have problem-solved tactics. They are ready for implementation. I can speak with authority that Makerere University, part of our partners, has already a Mose research at Makerere University. You find solutions are available, but the implementation of the same is hard because businesses are detached to take on the innovations that need to be taken on. So the point is that, yes, it is very key to adopt, and if they are saying that there's a challenge of the cost implication, actually we have seen that if it is costly, the cost for me, I think it's not in revenue because we have cheap innovations that are available to be applied. And they are open source tools that we can recommend as an association. I can tell you inside information that I can tell you honestly that we have now a relationship with Microsoft that we offer now our members, something with Microsoft. Now, imagine what users can use it for. Ugandans can use it greatly. Makerere University has a lot of partnerships that are available, but our business is concerned. They are not. The thing is that let us unite as a community, let us adopt, but where it seems costly, engage us as an association. We'll give you open source tools, we'll engage, we have a wealth of experts that are seated there to serve voluntarily to the association. You're facing a cybersecurity challenge, we advise you. We tell you, okay, this do like this, but don't stay analog. Because we want to bridge the digital divide at all costs. We are non-profit based. So let no one claim the issue of transforming digitally is a question of cost. Let it be rather, it should be that it's actually, the cost that we offer is that businessmen are fearing is that they will be ashamed to their children and their children's children to have not innovated better than their predecessors. The previous generation might have innovated better and must have adopted better. And for us in this generation, we don't want to innovate our businesses better. I think we need to realign ourselves in the private sector and take on the giant.
Gideon, let me understand this properly from you.
Yes, sir.
From the business perspective,
Yeah.
you see, a business person, not only about maximization of profits, but would want anything that is a solution to a problem. Now, when you talk about ICT, information technology transfer, you, members of the ICT Association, and the various ICT consultants you talked about, have you come up with innovations that are problem solving and sold them to the business community to understand that this can do something better? Let's take an example. We've talked about URA, for example, the IFLI system. Yeah. Now, what this system does, even if I lose my paperwork, I can trace my goods. A businessman, if well explained this system, knows that if they have been cheating me, now I just have to click a button and everything I have it. So if he's well knowledgeable of how to go by it, he'll use it. For when you go to immigration passports, acquiring a passport, someone knows that if I can operate this, I just go on my phone. I'll just go there one day for interviewing and maybe picking my passport. So do we have such that are suitable for the private sector and they are aware of them?
Yes, I can say for a truth for certain. One of them is we have ERPs, we have softwares, mobile apps as well, that are open to be used, that can help people to track data in the field for their sales teams. We have ERPs as well available for people to use and adopt. What you're saying is true, is that we must be problem solving. However, I would think that there is need for awareness and training of the business leaders, and at least let the first step be them allowing the IT leader in the boardroom. We are having a marketing lead in the boardroom. We're having the administrator, human resource manager in the boardroom. So even the IT manager who could solve a problem through an innovation, he is denied the right to access a boardroom. I can tell you for the truth is that IT people are highly underappreciated and misinterpreted because of the innovations they want to bring out. Because people feel that they'll lose their job if they, let's say, electronize, let's say, entry into an office. But that is a problem being solved, but it has come from an IT manager who as well it has become a problem, then he has brought it to management because he sits in the boardroom. So we are advocating for IT leaders, number one, to be added to the boardroom, but also the leaders of these organizations to join us as ICTAO. Because when they join us, we shall also continuously train them, and they become digitally aware, they become digitally transformed first in their mind. And when they when digital literacy levels are higher of business owners, it will be easy to apply and adopt the innovations. So to summarize everything is that, and to give it a better analogy is that we cannot claim that we are offering digital transformation and people are adopting these techniques. If an IT leader is eliminated from the boardroom consistently, please, viewers, allow an IT leader to join the boardroom, but also let the problem solving be post to the IT leader who has now observed that challenge. And then we as an association, we're in touch with them. We have a lot of open source tools that we can give that are free of charge and that are compliant via the Data Protection Act. And that these solutions can be embedded into the organization. So we have solutions that are problem solving, but the business owners, they seem not to be digitally literate.
Very interesting, because when you look at the private sector, some people that are really making it in business, introducing them to ICT is a very big challenge. Many of them, some are in there, let me leave age aside, and some believe have been in this business for years, have made profits. I'm a giant, I'm running. If you look at one group I love so much, the Kwagalana group. Now I'm just seeing Gideon and Namakula here meeting the Kwagalana group to introduce them to ICT, how easy that would be, but no doubt that is the way to go otherwise. Now, when you look at the association, Namakula, the aim is to ensure that you bring together people in the ICT business, let them know of the new developments, how they can solve problems and sell these to other people. But what have been some of the outstanding challenges as we look at digital transformation and adoption?
I think one of the outstanding challenges that we faced as an association, I think, again, I'll take it back to what Gideon has said, that digital mindset. For people to appreciate that IT is here to stay. And then adopt, adjust, adopt, adapt. So building that digital mindset, which begins with creating awareness, but then also scaling, because everything starts with a mindset. Once your mind gets something, then you can do it. But if people still think, okay, IT is hard, IT is meant for a few people that have done IT courses, then as an association that is trying to ensure that even the underserved communities, get access and can use these digital technologies, it becomes a challenge. But through public and private partnerships, we can work together, government can work together with the private sector and development partners to see that even the ladies and children in rural areas are trained and they get an appreciation of what IT is and what it can do to elevate their lives.
Now, a quick one before we go to the event coming up is it is something expensive. But looking at Namakula's, hearing from her explanation, she's also, when you look at our country first and foremost, she mentioned mindset. But let's look at the challenge of access. We have issues of internet in some areas. We have issues of gadgets in some parts of the country. Yes, today you can get a mobile phone that is a smartphone cheaply, but still what we call cheaply may be relatively very expensive. So Gideon, as you're pushing for this, how do we maneuver such?
Thank you very much.
Data, not forgetting the cost.
True. Thank you very much. This is a very, very difficult question for you to give me. But there are two statistics that we see out there, 43% and 58% of the internet penetration rates. But I believe it is 43% by UCC. But I would claim it is at 58%, which is not bad. But that would mean that averagely half of our population, the smartphone, even if you look at the smartphone penetration is at 20 million. Those are smartphone connections. And if you to say that averagely those people have 2 SIM cards, that's averagely 10 million people, because we have an 11 million voting population. That means that averagely 15 million people of the 40, 50 million population that we have, that means that still over half of our population does not have access to internet. That's my point. So if over half of our population does not have access to internet, it is a huge barrier. And internet should not be at the cost it is to the community. But to navigate all this is that we have a very good relationship with Uganda Communications Commission as ICTAO. We are continuously engaging them. And we hope to have some policy guidance to them ahead. but also we have good relationship with NITAU and various stakeholders to see how do we not just reduce the cost of internet, but how do we also advocate for people to go online. Smartphone penetration rates need to go high. There is a survey we did recently and moved to the northern region and the eastern region and southern region and western region. We found people in universities, students, fearing to touch their smartphones to scroll. They were scared. You tell them, press this, then you get the course. We are doing e-learning training as a survey. But they were assessing a course, but browsing their phones was very hard. And to me, I blame the context of how we have interpreted the digital technologies like smartphones. Yeah. We have advocated the learning of how to use based on the trending and the photos and using apps, not for e-learning. So our community goes there not to learn. Our communities go online as a fancy. And that is affecting the ways we can increase internet penetration. Because, and this is a mindset change that has been talked about a lot, but now I've criticized those statements, but now I've grown up to appreciate them. Because if everyone knows that you can learn for free when you go online, and there is, I can tell you, one of our partners as ICT Uganda has an online training platform that is free of charge. You can go there and get a training for free and get a certificate for free and be trained on various matters. How to run a circle, how to run an organization. Trainings are there, videos are there, all generated. But the problem is that these are things we need to train. And how do we train them? It starts with me and you. It starts with you, the viewer. Letting your house help know that she can learn a digital transformation training for free online, for free, on her smartphone, than going on TikTok the whole day. So it starts with us deciding to change the mindset, and it starts with us changing the conversation of our nation. What we are dealing with is that we're having a population whose conversation has stayed, that is affecting where innovation should go. Why would I say that? You're talking about internet penetration rates, which should increase innovation still. But this is making innovation go on a decline. Because if we are now, as an association of Uganda, discussing internet penetration in 2024, yet actually we have a wealth of information that we want to release in a few days, we are even scared because we want to release and take the market to another level, but we feel the market is not prepared. So as an association, that's the quagmire we deal with, and we are ready to bear the burden. We calculated the cost, but we request the conversation to start. Everyone to take a part in it. Thank you.
Now, this will just take me direct to your upcoming event on the 20th of March at Protea Skies, where we expect to see a number of experts in the digital world. Throw more light on this.
Well, as an association, we usually organize events where we get the thought leaders in the sector in the same room to discuss on issues that affect the sector. But then also we leave these events open to other sectors because we appreciate that ICT is an enabler to other sectors. So if you are there, you are watching and you're not an IT professional, but at least you have an interest and you appreciate the role of IT in enabling other sectors, you are invited to attend. And this event is taking place on the 20th of March, like you said, at Skies Hotel. And besides networking and getting to know each other in the sector, we shall have a fireside chat that is going to look at reimagining digital. How do we change the mindset in the boardroom, in organizations? How do we ensure that organizations move with the current times? Yeah, especially government, NGO world. So I would encourage everyone watching that if you have an appreciation, you need to be there because it will give you a wider understanding on why us moving digital, us transforming the way we do business matters, and we should all be supportive and adaptive and adopt to the current trends of digital transformation.
Yes.
Yes. We're in a world where technology is evolving at an unprecedented rate. So staying connected to your industry peers is no longer an opportunity. It is an essential to be connected to your industry peers. So as an association, we're not just an association, we're a digital movement. We're a movement that is seeking to redefine our ICT communities. So we would like to let every organization leader know that there are practical strategies that have been done and implemented by other stakeholders. For example, Rock Cloud, MTN, and others. They have applied them, and also there are people from the civil society and investors. So we are merging them to represent how different our sector is. And we want to invite you, as you can see on the screen, we have Ali Monza, the outgoing MTN CTIO. He's now going to be the CEO in Kenya. We have Peter Mulamira from Uganda Investment Authority, the Directorate of Investment Promotion. We have Rowena Turinawe from Center Tech. We have Jaranga James, the MD of Rock Cloud. We have, it's going to be moderated by Isabel Odida, but there is she's a peering manager of GCOA. She's flying from Thailand. Yesterday she was, I think, in Sweden. So she's going to be here for this event just to come here. But she's Ugandan bred. Also, we have Rita Kabanyoro. She's the country director of Action Against Hunger. So what are they coming to do? They represent, if you see that panel, it is representing people from various aspects of life. We are discussing not just the technology where it is now, but where it should be. But also, what are the expectations from both ends? So we want to invite all of you by 3 p.m. Please be there. Come, we have prepared some small drink for you as an association. Come and we engage. Come and we listen to you. We are going to unveil a lot of strategies for this year. We're going to unveil a lot of things. We invite you all to come and join us. Thank you.
Well, that is the event, and indeed, there is so much that we can learn. More so, I'm interested in seeing members of the private sector there. Because there is so much that they can learn and technologies. Well, time seems to be flying, and I'll just be giving each of you a minute for your concluding remarks, beginning with the lady.
Thank you so much. For me, it's a call to all Ugandans that IT is here to stay. And if you drag your feet, you'll be left behind, you know. And it's not about just you saying, I don't want to know about this, because at the end of the day, it will even impact your income, your earnings, when everyone else is earning in dollars because they have adjusted to digital technologies, but for you, you're still analog. It will affect you, whether you're a farmer, it will affect you because technology has affected and has impacted all other sectors. So my call to the viewers out there is that please embrace technology. The ICT Association is there to support. You know, our doors are open, and yes, let's embrace technology.
Gideon.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for the invitation, and we want to thank everyone for watching us. We appreciate their time. We want to let every IT executive know that their insights will light the path for tomorrow's tech landscape. So we are an association that wants to listen to them. We are about to we want to listen to them. Even if you see it's a fireside chat, why isn't it a panel that is stuck? We are going to ask the audience questions, and they'll be responding. But also we are going to conduct surveys. We're going to sit and listen to you, to know you better. Me, I am going to be there in Sandoz, listening to everyone. No one is going to say, this is the CEO, this is the manager for operations. No, we have a big secretariat team that is going to be there to listen to all your needs. We want to first listen to you, and we know that your insights will shape and will light the path for tomorrow's technology landscape. So as an organization leader, do not hide there, and also send your IT teams, but we are not focusing on only IT leaders. Please, general managers, county directors, you're hereby called to come and attend this big event. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, our viewers, as we've been discussing our technology and innovation, but our best we also adopt as a people, mostly in the private sector, to ensure that this is the way we do things, not to be left behind. See you in the next hour. Ruben next with sports updates. Good morning.
Live from UPC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Click of the day on UBC.
Every Wednesday, 10 p.m. on your public broadcaster.
Was brought to you by
MTN Momo Pay is the easy way to pay. Dial *165*3# or use the MTN